Hey, this is Matthew from Nerd News Today, behind the camera once again with another Star Wars Black Series action figure review. Now, this is the third Black Series figure I think I've ever reviewed on this channel, maybe, unless I go way back to when I first started it. There might be one or two hiding back there. But this is the first in a regular series of reviews, and unfortunately this is currently the last of the Black Series figures I have to review because I didn't get the AT-AT driver and Yoda, but this is still a pretty great one to have. This is Han Solo in his Cloud City outfit, which, again, talking about The Empire Strikes Back is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. It's also got some of my favorite bits of wardrobe and outfits across the entire series. And for me, this is really the iconic Han Solo outfit. You know, the vest from A New Hope is really cool, his Endor outfit is whatever, but for me, this just really says rogue, and I just love everything about it. The packaging is once again the same as every figure in the Star Wars 40th Anniversary Empire Strikes Back series. It's an homage to the original Kenner figures, just upscaled and with a few other cosmetic changes to it. The back of the box is also the same as every single figure in this series, so there's really absolutely nothing to say about it because you've probably watched my other videos, and if you haven't, shame on you, go back and do that right now. But of course, I'm not a mint on card collector, and there's only one thing I can do here whenever I see something like this. So let's go ahead and free Han from his, well, not quite carbonite prison, but his plastic prison, and let's take a look at him out of the box. And we're back, and we've got our Han Solo now out of the packaging. And first things I gotta mention, of course, is that likeness. That is a 100% perfect Harrison Ford likeness. It looks just like him from every angle. Very impressive sculpt right there. Really not a bad thing I could say about this at all. I mean, the hair is correct, the nose is correct, the eyes are correct, that paint job too. Again, the paint on all these figures have been just amazing looking on all of them so far. And again, similarly, the outfits are also pretty amazing, pretty perfect. He's got the leather, that blue leather jacket, the brown pants with the yellow racing stripe on it for some reason. Really nice piratey boots. Nothing says roguish Han Solo like these pirate boots do. It's nice to see the outfit from all angles, and I'm sure these are much more accurate than the other figures we've gotten so far. In fact, so much so that I can finally look at this weird shirt that he wore. Man, what was he thinking? So in terms of articulation, Han has the same articulation as all the other figures. He's got a head that moves left and right, even though he does look a little bit vulture-y. Might just be because of the way it's proportioned. We've got ball-jointed shoulders. We have an elbow joint that is super stiff. We've got wrists that move left and right. We do have this piece of articulation on the torso, but doesn't move much. The leather jacket seems to hinder that a lot. There's no waist movement by the belt. We do have, again, the T-hinge crotch, but because of the belt across Han's waist, which is a separate piece, you cannot really lift this leg much. It doesn't really have much places to go, because if you try and move it, you're gonna probably just rip that piece of plastic. But we do have thigh articulation and a double jointed knee on both sides, so you can still get that. At least that's not hindered by the belt. And those swivelly ankles. Again, no boot articulation. I don't know why that isn't like that. You know, considering that I think they have like similar articulation on the Marvel Legends that Hasbro makes, so I don't know why Star Wars aesthetically chose not to do that. And Han comes with one accessory, which is this little tiny blaster pistol here. Let's see if we can get that into his hand. Again, these guys have really soft hands, so getting the accessories in them isn't too tough. It's more just about making sure you get the right mark. And as you saw with Leia last time, we had a bit of a hard time. This time, it looks like we got Han's in there pretty good. Yeah, we got Han's in there all right. There we go. Solo. Han Solo. That looks really nice, actually. It does look pretty cool, movie accurate. Detail on that blaster pistol also is really gorgeous looking. And I like those wooden handles that they've added to it. I don't remember if he had a silver tip in his blaster or not. It doesn't really make that big of a difference to me, but it does look really nice. And he does have that holster as part of his belt here, which we can, I think, easily get down there. Yeah, that should fit no problem. A little snug though, but it's in there. I will say the only thing I noticed about this belt, and really all the rubber belts we've seen so far, is that they are a little tenuous, perhaps is the word. They feel a little fragile, and I'd be concerned about some parts that ripping off if you did too much posing with it or too much playing with it, especially if you're a kid. So just something to be aware of when you get this guy. Now, the one thing that kind of surprised me most about this figure is his lack of accessories. And like I said earlier, I don't really know what other things you could put with Han Solo, especially from this particular scene. But I would have thought some spare hands would be good, because once again, all he can really do with his hand is hold his gun, and it's just permanently in gun position. So why not throw in like more of an open hand, like you'd see, let's say, with like the Mattel WWE figures? You know, like give us some options to have different poses and playability choices. Not everything needs to be a pew-pew shootout moment, you know? So I think just giving us something different would have been nice. And I don't know if Star Wars Black figures do normally come with other hands, so you guys can let me know if they do or don't. but if they don't, I kind of think they should. It's only right. So let's take a look at this trio all together, because as of now, this is the last Star Wars Black Series figures I have. Don't know if I'm gonna buy Yoda or the AT-AT driver. In fact, I'm pretty sure I already have the AT-AT driver, so I might not get him just because of that, but I do like it enough that I would consider getting it again. And the Yoda, you know, I don't know how I feel about the Yoda, because again, I don't know how deep I'm gonna go with all these figures. I don't know if I'm gonna start buying Star Wars Black again, or Star Wars figures, period. So, you know, I'm gonna take it slow, but if there's enough fan feedback, I will consider picking up a lot more of these guys, because they do look really great. They are amazing figures, and they got the nostalgia in me going. And not just the nostalgia too. Again, they're just really good looking pieces. I have to say, all around, sculpting, great. Paint job, perfect. Really not a single paint speck off anywhere. It's clean paint jobs, great accessories when they have them. There are a lot of really good things I like about them. A few things I'm not as into, but those aren't really things that are gonna keep me from not buying them either. So overall, you know, Star Wars Black Series, you might have a new fan of me. We'll have to see how things go. But until then, if you're a fan of the Star Wars Black Series figures and you haven't gotten any of the Empire Strikes Back 40th anniversary toys yet, why don't you consider using our Amazon affiliate links below and order them for yourself? If you use our links, it helps us and costs you nothing extra. It means we can keep making awesome videos for you guys to take a look at. And if you're new to the channel, please consider liking this video and subscribing to us to see everything else we do here in Nerd News Today, and hopefully the return of more Star Wars Black figures in the coming months. So until next time, I'm Matthew. This has been Nerd News Today. We'll see you guys next time with some more toy reviews and everything else we do here on this channel, and may the Force be with you.